Hi, everybody. This is Carlo, aka Bald Boy. Just a quick hit to let you know what I'm doing for my show tonight, Monday, June 24th, 10 p.m. Eastern Time at Radio Waterloo, radiowaterloo.ca. You can listen live. I won't be in studio tonight. I can't make it into the studio, but I do have a program show. And what I'm doing is three albums. I'm going to play three full albums, starting off with David Bowie's 1970 album, The Man Who Sold the World. That's the first one he did with Mick Ronson on guitar, and Mick Ronson, of course, later played on several David Bowie albums. He also worked with Ian Hunter of Mott the Hoople fame. The second album I'm playing is from 1981, The Kinks, Give the People What They Want. That was during a period from the late 70s through the early 80s when the Kinks were doing really well, especially in North America commercially. They had just come off the low budget album in 1979, and then they did that had such hits as Wish I Could Fly Like Superman, etc. Then they did in 1981 they did the Give the People What They Want album, which I like almost as much. I like both those albums. I like the Kinks just in general. I like all their stuff. They're one of my favorite bands. But so I'm playing that album, Give the People What They Want. And then I'm wrapping things up with the UK track listing, the UK version, which is now apparently the standard version of the Beatles' Rubber Soul. Back when in 1965, when that album came out, that was still during a period of time when a lot of UK bands like the Beatles and the Rolling Stones and the Kinks, they had sort of bastardized versions of their albums would appear in North America, and that was because at the time in the UK, generally speaking, singles weren't released as part of albums. The thinking was they didn't want kids, young people, fans to pay extra, say they bought the single and then buy the album and have the single also on the album. So the UK version of Rubber Soul was 14 tracks. The North American version, which is actually the one I grew up on, my older sister had 10 songs, 10 or 12 songs. But the UK version was the one that was released when the Beatles albums all came out on CD starting in 1987. There's been several remasters and so on since then. But anyway, it's one of my sort of, I think music is a very much time and place thing, and Rubber Soul is very much time and place for me because as I say, my older sister by 4 years, she had it. It's an album. It's the first actual Beatles full studio album, not a hits album, not a compilation album that I knew and that I grew up on. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Again, David Bowie, The Man Who Sold the World, the Kinks, Give the People What They Want, and then the Beatles' Rubber Soul. Then on Saturday, I'm continuing on with my. I've been doing a series of live album shows. So I'll do a quick video just before Saturday's show, 8 to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And that's always a program show. And then I intend to be back in studio on Monday, July 1st, Canada Day, quite likely a all Canadian artists show for my Monday night show next Monday, July 1st. So that's it for tonight. The show will start in about 2 hours and 8 to 10 Eastern Time at radiowaterloo.ca. Thanks. Take care. We'll see you down the road.